Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we are going into the punching bag yet again, and today we are going to look at an STR team comp and see if we can get it done with an STR team. If you haven't seen my other videos, my punching bag videos tend to be very popular. I have a physical one, a tech one, and an int one. So this is my fourth typing that I'm making for punching bag video. Basically, the goal of these videos, I'm not necessarily going to guarantee that I hit the 77 mil in each video. It's a very difficult thing to do, by the way. In my physical video, I did hit it in the physical video. It was just I didn't crit on the hit, but I did like over 60 mil. It would have been for sure had a crit. So I basically got it in that video. In the other ones, and probably in this one as well, basically the goal is to show you team comps that I think will work. We'll look at potential units that could maybe hit that mark. But even if the units can't quite hit that mark, it's at least showing you like the strategy for that typing, like how should you set up your team and what are some things to try, right? So let's take a look at my team. I feel like STR, oddly enough, has some interesting team building options because of the unit I'm trying to hit with. So my main attacker I'm going to try and hit with is this STR Majin Vegeta. My Majin Vegeta here is fully Easy Aid. He's fully rainbowed. He is not full level 10 links, which would make a difference. He's actually hardly been linked at all, right? So we're going to keep that in mind as we go through, because if maybe we get close but not quite there, we can say, well, if it was full level 10 links in this situation, like he maybe could get there, right? So we'll keep that in mind, that mine is a little bit lower on the link side. I did give him some equips. I gave him a level 5 attack, and I gave him a bunch of extra super attack. Basically, it increases his damage on super attack, which is really good for doing the punching event, because that's all you're going to do is super attacks, basically. Um, and then his passive, basically, the reason why we're going to try this Vegeta out is he's a 20% attack and defense nuker on orb. So we're going to see if that combined with the leader skill is going to help, right? Now, there are, I think, a lot of different options for this team build, right? The first thing you're going to need to look at is the leader. So there's some parts of this team I think are more flexible and some that are kind of almost going to be mandatory, right? So for the leader, we have this Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Now, typically, so like in the int version, we had Super Baby 2, and I said do not use Super Baby 2 because he can transform into Giant Ape. Well, in this example, we actually do want to use the Giant Ape unit, which is Super Saiyan 3 Goku. The reason why is the other choice is Piccolo, and Piccolo literally does nothing to help the team in any way. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, even though he has the chance to turn Giant Ape and ruin our run, it is a low chance, so odds are, I hope it doesn't happen in this video. Odds are it will, probably when I get like the perfect turn, right? But the reason why it's worth taking the risk is Super Saiyan 3 Goku at least has some links with Vegeta, and the big thing is he's actually an attack support, so he does something for the team. So getting him on rotation with Vegeta, it's not like an instant L, right? There's something we're getting out of him. We're gonna maybe get some links, and we're gonna get some support. So I think it is worth running the Goku over the Piccolo because of that. Okay. Now your standard that you would run it is you could just go through your STR units and just pick all different units that change different typings to STR. That's kind of one route you can take. With a unit like this Majin Vegeta, though, I think he's going to need links and support on the turn that he does it to actually get it. I did some preliminary testing, and without support and without links, I don't think he can get there. So it's going to be, once again, the gods have to shine down on you from the heavens and give you like the perfect setups for this guy to make it work. But we'll see. So here are some of the choices that I'm making. So I kind of explained my rationale for the leader. So your basic choices would be something like this Boo, right? He just changes into STR. I don't recommend you would play like Boo and Fasha. So Fasha also changes into STR. I don't recommend you double up on that. You either want to get as many different typings changing as possible, or use units like, say, the 50% supports like this Kaba. He randomly chooses a type that's not STR and changes it. At least then you could just randomly get lucky and get the one you want. Now, the other unit that is not flexible for this team, I actually don't have. So if you have STR hit would be like a must run because he's a 50% support. for Vegeta, and he's changing orbs. Kaba unfortunately doesn't work because he only supports super type. I still put him on the team though, just because of the fact he's randomly picking an orb and changing to STR. I think there's value in that, and he shares some links with Vegeta, so I feel like there's some value in that as well. So because the orb changes and shares links, that's why he's here, but he actually isn't supporting. So the only one we're really getting support from is the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Now you're probably looking at this and you see 2 AGL units. And you're like, why the heck are you running AGL units on a strength build? The reason why this team has more flexibility is because Majin Vegeta himself changes AGL to STR. Well, when the unit you're attacking with orb changes, that basically means you can set up for AGL or STR and you're fine. So I could set up my whole team with AGL orb changers and do the exact same thing, because whenever Vegeta's going to show up, he's going to change from the strength anyways. So my thought about it is this. So this Rildo, I just have him here because he randomly changes to AGL, and he'll give me a chance for some AGL orbs, so he's not actually supporting, right? Honestly, like the Rildo, the Rildo and the Boo, like they're totally exchangeable. You could just pick any other changer, right? The reason why I chose Rildo over, say, another strength changer is I feel like the more I can mix it up, the better. Because one of the problems that you can have is, like, let's say it's all STR orb changers. What can sometimes happen is turn 1, you can actually get too lucky, and you can change like too many to strength, and Vegeta might be on slot 2, right, or on rotation 2. And then what happens is one of your units on the first rotation has to like collect all the orbs. But if I'm doing a mix of strength and AGL, I'm not clumping as many together, so that I hopefully can like kind of pick out the ones that I want to grab to leave as many, and then I have more options, right? I can leave AGL and strength in turn 1, and then hopefully get Vegeta in turn 2, and then turn everything the way that I want. That's, once again, the way it's working out in my head. Can't 100% guarantee it's going to work out every time, right? Now, this guy seems like an odd choice because he actually changes STR to AGL, which can be very counterproductive, right? But let's say Rildo pops up and this guy pop up in the first turn. Rildo could change something to AGL. He could change, STR to AGL, or maybe I get STR orb changers turn 1. This guy's just going to turn him into AGL anyways. And then the idea is that my Majin Vegeta comes up after this guy and is going to flip all those AGL back. Now, ideally, if I was going to do another AGL orb changer, I could put somebody different that's not going to change STR because I'm getting more variety, right? The reason why I kind of am forcing this guy on the team is he actually shares 4 links with Majin Vegeta. He's actually a very good linking partner, and he's orb changing. So, in my mind, it could maybe work out on a turn where, like, he pops up in front of Vegeta, changes the AGL, Vegeta pops him back to strength. We got a good linking partner. Like, I think for this to actually work out, I think we have to get it where the orb changing turns out how I want, and we end up with Vegeta on rotation with this guy, and the orbs are what we want. That's what I want to try and get, right? Anyways, I know I talked a lot early on there, but I felt like there was a lot of explanation needed. So we'll hop in and start doing some runs now. So I've got Vegeta on turn 2. We've got support on turn 2. We have a very decent shot here, and we've got a lot of AGL right away, right? So the first thing we're going to do, we need to select the physical, make sure we're attacking that. Now, we want to leave AGL. AGL right now is just as important to us as STR. I could grab these greens right away, but then the AGLs are going to fall, and I'm going to get a big clumping. So I'm actually going to grab the small AGL cluster first. Then I'm going to grab the green cluster. We might still end up with a big clumping here. Yeah, we still ended up with a bigger clump than I wanted. I guess we'll grab this little mini chunk down here. And then what we're going to hope is if Rildo can hit physical to AGL and then Vegeta can change back, then this might be actually a really, really great turn 1, right? Let's see what happens. So let's see if Rildo can hit something for us. Okay, Rildo, okay. Rildo got something in the back there. So we've got 14 here. Yeah, Vegeta gets a couple links with the support Goku, so I think that's fine. I'm going to see if I can wipe some of these orbs out and get a little bit better clumping here. Let's maybe drop this. And then if I go right here, so that's only 8. Yeah, it still didn't turn out great, but this is good for like a preliminary run. Sorry, I can talk, right? Preliminary run. So we're gonna attack the physical. So this is just gonna be 9 strength orbs. So this definitely won't be close, but we can at least gauge Vegeta and see where we're at so far. That was a decent like first turn though for like RNG getting some of it to work out. I I I think the way I've got this planned out in my head is kind of working. Yeah, only 5 mil, not nearly close enough. But like I said, I did some preliminary testing with him, and he needs support and he needs links. Like he's not going to be able to do this just raw. Now, like if you're doing the item stage, he definitely can do it on the item stage, right? Because you could use attack boost items there and very easily get it. But I think for a non-item run, he's gonna need links and he's going to need support to get this done. So, like I said, if you have strength hit, like that's half the battle already. Like that's way helpful if you have him. Let's just hop in, get another run in here. Probably what I'll do is I'll do something similar to my last video where I will do some item attempts just so that we can see like some hypotheticals, right? Like maybe I get a rotation with the AGL Goku and the support on the same turn, and maybe the orbs aren't great. I might orb change just to see like what attack stat I could get if I got luckier, right? So yeah, right here we're getting a lot of links with Goku and Kaba, right? So if this were an item stage, I would actually try to do some orb changing and see if I could get it to work. What I'll do, let's put Kaba in the front. Let's just grab this stuff out of the way. Maybe we'll just get some really lucky STR drops here. Probably not, though. I mean, yeah, it's okay, but not worth attempting, so we'll hop out. Like, I'm not going to sit here and, like, watch the animations on, like, these dead ones. So, like, if it's dead, we're just going to hop out and go back in, right? Okay, so let's go into the next stage here. Grab our Goku. Yeah, you can see Piccolo's there because I had done some runs with Piccolo's. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna need the support because ideally I would have rather have been able to do it Piccolo than not worry about the giant ape. But we need the links and we need the support too much. So yeah, this is definitely the way we got to run it here. Like I said, this isn't like the de facto like #1 team to run. Like I said, there's a lot you could sub in. Like any of the generic orb changers, you could just try it out and see how high you can get, right? Like you don't have to get the full 77 mil. Like if you're a newer player, just get as high a score as you can. So we do have Vegeta in the next round. What's Boo gonna change? I think Boo is int, right? Boo should be int, so we want to save int here. Yep, Boo is int. Coming up in the next turn. Metal Rildo is going to be random, so we want to save int and AGL as much as possible here. So let's go ahead and... So what's going to happen is I'm going to hit these, and then I'm going to get stuck into grabbing a bunch of AGL. So I think I'm going to grab this AGL first. Then we're going to get the tech out of here, and then we're going to have a strength one to grab. Yep, and we'll just grab the single strength orb. And then our int is going to change as well, so we'll see. It's going to kind of depend what Rildo decides to grab. Even if we get a really nice field, we don't have support or really links here. So it's not... This is... Oh, wow. Oh, if that second... If Rildo had gone first, we would have actually snagged those last couple there. Let me just see here. Yeah, we're going to grab almost everything. I'm trying to think. I don't think dropping that blue down is really going to help us in any way. So I think just grabbing this... I mean... We could drop the blue because, you know, a strength one could drop out of the top. Let's try this. I think this will be okay. That shouldn't, like, ruin anything. I guess that one, I think we lost one and gained one, so I think it turned out the same either way. So for links, we're only getting Shattering the Limit, which really isn't doing anything for us. So this is pretty much Vegeta raw without support, not really linking. 15 red, 16 total. So it's a very nice field. Let's see what we can get here. It's a very, very nice field. And like I said, let's see what we got here. Yeah, only 8 mil. I mean, that's nowhere near what we need to get. Let's see what a crit would do here. So 18 mil without a crit, so probably would have been mid-20s with a crit. So like that's good for getting a couple of the missions done, right? But nowhere near what we need. So what I've kind of figured is that to realistically have a chance at the 77 mil, you've got to be like 25 to 27 mil or higher on the attack stat that shows up on the screen, and then you've got a crit with it. So Vegeta's got a lot of work to do yet before we're actually, like, I feel like within realistic range of getting it. So we are going to hop into some more attempts here. So we got another attempt here. Let's hop in and get it. Yep, right here. And let's go. All right, so we've got Vegeta turn 2. We've got okay. So we're gonna have really good linking for Vegeta. It's just a matter of what the orbs are gonna do. We should have a lot of AGL orbs showing up here. The hope is that we don't get too much AGL showing up. Okay, that was not great, but let's just see what we can grab here. So we got to get these out of the way. Yeah, this is probably a dead run because we got to grab those. And then next turn for orb changing, well, Kaba's going to do something random, so we might as well at least see what Kaba's going to do. It could still be okay. We got a lot of AGL. If Kaba changes green, it actually would be really good. The big flaw with this team is there's no one that's changing rainbow to red. That's the big flaw. That actually turned out nice though. Wow. The question is there's no way I can get Vegeta in the middle. So let me see. Super Saiyan, Saiyan Pride, and Shattering. Over in a Flash. What's over in a Flash is mainly a key link, I think. So let me just double check. Over in the Flash, it gives us a little bit of attack, but I think we're going to get more out of linking Kaba. Well, I guess we can just look at his number, right? That's the easier way. Yeah, Kaba's going to be a better link. All right, so 19 orbs. That's not bad. The full orb field, by the way, is 23. So we're only 4 shy of getting every single orb. The problem is we got a lot of rainbow in there, and those rainbows aren't going to count towards our leader skill. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So we're only getting 15 actual red orbs here. We'll see. If those rainbows weren't there, man, this would have been a really nice turn. All right, this should be a decent attack set. Let's see what we got. We got support. 13. Okay, 13 mil. We're getting there. 13 mil is definitely like looking a little bit better. 27 mil without a crit, so that would have been over 30 mil with a crit, maybe even 40. And that's going to get you some prizes, right? So yeah, that was a good one. That was a good no item turn. Okay. Sounds good to me. I'm going to check one thing on the Goku. I just want to make sure. Okay, so let's go to the next stage. Okay, we'll go... I just want to check something on him really quick. Make sure... Okay. I had to just do a double take and make sure his passive was for all allies and not super type. That would have been bad. Alright, so let's go back. Okay, this is still a no item stage. So when we get to the item stages, I am going to set up for orb changing in case I get a turn where basically the orb changing we're doing these videos are basically just for testing. That's really all it's for. We know that we could beat it with items, but we're going to test and just set up the field of orbs. We're not going to use any attack boosting items. We just want to test attack stats for Vegeta, right? To see, can he do it? I mean, we do got a lot of green in the middle. I could just get rid of the green and see if we get lucky on some red drops here. I mean, that's a nice enough field to try. I mean, without very much lucky orb changing, that actually turned out okay. Yeah, we're getting 15. We'll get the attack stat. It's enough that it's worth grabbing. It's not going to be as high as our last one, but we'll see. Yeah, about 9 mil. So far, 13 mil is the best base attack stat we've gotten. So I definitely think... I mean, he definitely can push to 20, I think, if we get something really good. It's just, is 20 mil going to be enough, you know? Yeah, and look at that orb changing. Sure, let's let Goku take a shot, even though the leader skill's not doing anything. We'll just let Goku grab all those AGL, why not? I am going to finish out the turn and not abandon, just because then it will save my team and I don't have to, like, grab the team again. I probably should have just abandoned. That would have been quicker. Look at this mighty 600k attack stat from Goku. That being said, if you did an AGL run, you could attempt with that Goku, which, I don't know, I think AGL is the only one I haven't done yet, so maybe I have to do an AGL one, huh? I'll have to look at the units, though, because there are other AGL units we could try. But yeah, I guess I suppose to round out all the typings, I might as well get a punching bag out for every typing, right? Okay, so let's see here. We'll go with Goku. Perfect. All right, see what we got here. Another turn 1 Vegeta. We've got Kaba. I mean, we got good linking. We've got support. It's just, I don't know. We need a lot of AGL and we need Kaba to change something really good here. I mean, that's not the worst. I think I'm going to try to lower some reds down if I can. All right, well. Yeah, okay, so this is going to be less than last time. So at this point, it's just going to be faster. Let's just abandon. There's no point in getting that same 8 or 9 million attack set again. So let's just abandon so we can go quicker here. All right, so are we on item stage attempts yet? Yes, we are. We are on item stage attempts, so I'm going to set up my items. So let's grab Goku, grab the right team. Right here, get our items set. So we want strength, comes from blue. Blue comes from green. Oh, green, and then green comes from purple, I believe. Yep, purple. Okay. All right, hop in. So now, if I get a turn that without items isn't going to work, I might use items just to see. Oh, this is perfect, actually. This is the exact rotation I wanted to attempt with a full field, because this is going to be his best linking and support situation on the team build that I'm running here. Okay, and this definitely would normally be a dead run, right? So here's what I'm going to do. Yeah, look at, we've got all those links, we've got support. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try to clear out a couple of these rainbows first, and hopefully we don't get more rainbow drops. Okay, good, good, good. All right, so now we're going to use our items. So this, now here's a hypothetical, right? We can't count this as a W for a no item run, but we're just testing here, right? So let's go ahead and test, because this is going to show us, like, if we get that crazy RNG turn on a no item run and we get basically like a full field, with this rotation, can Majin Vegeta get it done? And I think this is the turn here. Like, I don't even know if I need to do more attempts after this, because this is going to show us. I could do more attempts just to see if we can get lucky and get it without items, but I don't know if that's necessary. So this is almost perfect. So this is 22 out of 23, and we're getting 21 red orbs. This is going to give us a clue here, right? Can Vegeta actually do it without items? We're going to see. Okay. Can Vegeta do it? Is it possible without attack boosting items? 20 mil? That's not bad. Can we get a crit? Show me a crit. 40 mil without a crit. Okay. With a crit, it would not have been 77. A crit could have pushed 60 on that, possibly. But that was very, very, very good turn, right? We'll just go ahead and finish this turn out. I might do more attempts just because I want to see the crit on that. Let's do a couple more attempts. See if we can get a good no item. So for sure, Vegeta can do it with items. I know people have done it. It's very easy. So if you need the strategy for the item stage, you don't even have to run orb changers necessarily. I mean, you do. You want to run some, but you can use, like, you can be more liberal and like run better supports and linking partners. Because you have more control with the items to change the orb. So you're a little bit more free to run bigger supports if you need to. And you can run, I think there's an orb change item that'll change the STR and then give you another 5% per orb. Stuff like that, right? Okay. Let's hop in again, because I kind of want to see a crit. Okay. I'd love to see a crit. That rotation was what I want, though. Alright, so we got Vegeta slot 2. We're not going to have support, but we are going to have the good linking. Let's just see what happens. I'll make these next runs fairly quick, because if the orbs aren't doing what we want, we're going to get a random to AGL. You know what? I think the AGL orb changing comes after Vegeta anyway, so I think this is probably dead. Let's see. And I'm going to have to, like, grab a bunch of STR anyways. Okay, well, we'll just see what happens. Oh, come on. We do not need additional super. So far, no giant ape transformation, so that's a good sign, right? Boy, would it just not be the worst, though, if you get exactly what you want and you get a giant ape? Yeah, and the AGL's coming after, so... And I could orb change here, but I don't have support, so it's not worth attempting, so let's abandon. Very nice for an AGL attempt, though. Alright, so let's go in again. Sure. Try this one. Grab Goku again, swap over to my team. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I'd like to get another shot. Okay, so this is Goku with decent links, and he does have support, so I would try it here. Or no, that's Goku, sorry, not Vegeta. Oh, Vegeta's in the wrong slot. This is just an abandon. Looking at the right, yeah, this is an abandon, because Vegeta's in slot 7, so can't do anything. Okay. And once again, just the general strategy, right, is just bring a bunch of orb changers, and then if the unit needs it, then you've got to maybe bring a support unit or two. When I did physical GT Goku, I ran support, but I don't think he needed it. That dude's a beast. The physical one, yeah, that's definitely your easiest chance to get it done is physical GT Goku for sure. That team just synergizes way better for the punching bag, anyways. All right, we've got the same situation, so I want to get it with a crit, and maybe we could get a full 23 red. That would be great. There's usually a rainbow or two kind of stinking things up though. Okay, so what we're gonna do? Yeah, there's gonna be too many rainbows here. I can only get rid of one rainbow. I guess let's get rid of this rainbow. Yeah, too many rainbows. Oh, I could grab that. How many links would we lose? Oh, we wouldn't lose that much. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go get rid of these two rainbows, and hopefully they don't get replaced. Oh, they both got replaced. All right, let's item change. Let's see what happens here. I want to see a crit in that 20 mil attack stat range, just to see how high it is. But yeah, he's got to probably be 25 or higher to be realistic. Okay, and here we go. All right, see what we got here. All right, this is going to be our best grab here. So this is 19 strength. Oh, I better pick the physical bot here. 19 strength and one rainbow. All right, let's see. And then what'll happen is I'll just abandon after the attack stat. We don't need to actually finish the run here. 16. Yeah, just those few orbs makes a huge difference. Wow. So 16 crit did 42. Here's a 17 on the additional. That's the other thing. If he gets an additional, he does get an attack buff. So we had 40 without a crit, and that was 40 with a crit. So yeah, getting 22 to 23 red orbs is a huge difference. So I do want to do a bit more testing here and see if we can get those rainbows out of here. I guess if I were doing an item run, like it would almost benefit you to run somebody that changes rainbow just to anything else, and then you could just item out of it, right? All right, we only got 2 attempts left, so let's just see. Just see what we can do here. All right, this looks good. And if you guys know of another STR unit that you think could do it, I mean, in terms of STR nukers, Majin Vegeta probably is the best one that I can think of off the top of my head. You could just try taking like an LR monster, right? Like a rainbowed LR Turles or something and see what he does. But yeah, I don't know. Like strength, it's not going to be the easiest. And like LR Broly isn't going to be the pick because his whole deal is his attack stat comes from 2 attacks. That doesn't work in here. You got to get it on 1. See, our orb changing was too good here because we got too much AGL and strength. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm actually, I'm going to grab this chunk here. And then I'm going to grab this guy here. And I guess this guy here. Unfortunately, those physicals are going to be hanging around. We are double supported, though, which is intriguing. We got him with 2 Super Saiyan 3 Gokus. So I actually am tempted. I am tempted to item here. I'm going to try it. So let's just drop this out. Well, dropping that doesn't serve any purpose because I'm using items here. So let's just put Vegeta right here. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm just going to use all the items anyways. I know I don't have to here probably, but... Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm interested on seeing... Like, so he's not linking as well, but we have double support. So this is 233% attack supports. This is definitely the best grab. Okay. So 21 red and 22 total. This is a nice grab here. All right, let's see what we got here. This is double support, so this could be our best attack stat, actually. And this is the one I would want to see a crit. 19. Okay, about 20 mil is the best we were able to touch here. Can I get a crit, though? There's the crit, so about 50 mil. So, here's what I'm going to say. If you can find a way, so Vegeta for sure can do it with items. That's, I think, fairly obvious. But I think in order to get it no item with Majin Vegeta, you're going to have him full level 10 links. No doubt. He's going to have to be incredibly well linked and single, if not double, supported to get it done. I think if you got 50% support hit and then a really good linking partner that is also giving support, then I think he's got an off chance of doing it. So I'm going to end the video there, guys. So obviously we didn't hit 77 mil. We got about 50 mil with items, but no attack boosting. Let me know what you guys think. If you've been able to get 77 with strength, I would love to hear your team comp. Let me know in the comments. If you've done it with items, I'm sure many of you have. You can let me know in the comments as well. If you want to see an AGL run at the punch machine, let me know as well. I'm thinking maybe Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku. Maybe? I don't know. I'll look at it. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.